1 and 2. Hey guys, today we're going to be watching Angry Lexus GS owner outruns cops on a high-speed chase involving Houston police chase in Houston, Texas. Let's get into it now. Bam. I'm Malabo. Hi. So anyway, that is a black Lexus taking the I-10 exit from 59 towards Beaumont, and that is a suspect. And this chase started about 5 or 10 minutes ago, and it began at 105. It began at 610 in Maine, and this chase.
Listen, do you want to put the sound on? Huh? Do you want the sound on? Huh? The sound of it? Huh?
Chase started at about 105 this afternoon in Maine. Sorry. Chase started about 1:05 p.m. this afternoon in Maine in 610 West Loop. And this chase continues on Highway 10 I-10 freeway. Trying to pass police cars. It's gonna get back up to the speed if he jumps around the speeds. That is a black Lexus. Yeah, and okay, that chase continues on. And yeah, okay, not in. Okay, now, okay, yeah, okay. That is a suspect in a black Lexus. You're seeing now at that high speeds. That is a GPS trooper is behind that Lexus or I don't know. That is a HPD behind that Lexus, I don't know. But anyway, he is on Interstate 10 towards Beaumont. They're going to be coming up onto 610 West Loop. And going at a high rate of speed. I don't know if they try to put out spike strips. Well, okay. Okay, you're seeing that passing that wayside drive. And you know, when you know that is you're gonna need a Lexus with a sporty sedans, powerful engine. And you see that driver is leading on a chase. Yeah, driver is leading police on a chase. They're gonna be coming up onto 59, 288, 59 towards our Brown Convention Center. They're gonna be coming up onto 610. Okay, he's trying to get onto 610 North Loop. Gonna be taking the left, or okay, he's gonna take the 610 South Loop from I-10. Yeah. Okay, he's merging onto 610 South Loop. It is a suspect in a black Lexus that you're seeing there at a high speed. This chase continues on.
tried so hard not to gag. Can I see something?
No.
You don't have audio. Huh? You don't have sound.
Okay.
You're not listening to it. You're just watching it.
That is a speed over there. Picking up speed. 130 miles per hour. Slowing down. If he jumps around the speed, so keep in mind that they're buffeting winds here. They're about 1,000 feet or so. Yeah, 1,000 feet or so above this chase. They have some other factors involved in this speedometer. They haven't put it up right there. This is a black Lexus. When you're gonna need a new Lexus, not need a new Lexus, not need a new Lexus. When you're gonna have, the Lexus, when you're gonna have 40 sedans, powerful engine.
I initially thought it was a BMW, but perhaps it's not. I might be wrong. Yeah, perhaps.
Well, yeah, I'm not exactly sure. We thought at first it was a Lexus.
It was a Lexus.
It could be a Lexus.
It could be, or a Nissan. Definitely an import car of the year. Yeah, import sedan car of the year. Yeah, import car of the year. That is a Lexus sedan. Slowing down every now and then, going now the speeds, and then at this, they're on ship channel hybrid. We're told that the HPD is behind that black Lexus. This chase has been going on for about 15 minutes or so.
With a Lexus engine, you're going to have a little more power and speed.
And now he's on 610. I've seen the driver going at a high rate of speed, slowing down. When you need a Lexus sedan, you're going to have a pretty sports sedan.
Okay, now we're going over to the ship channel bridge.
And now, again, this chase has been going on for about 10-15 minutes now. And at one point, just before the newscast started,
that information at this point.
they're on 610. They're trying to do a pit maneuver. They were trying to do spike strips. He's on southbound 610. Southbound south loop 610.
The ground chase units. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw DPS show up when this finally comes to an end.
South loop 610, and they saw DPS. If they were trying to put out spike strips, they just passed 3 police cars
down there off to the side. So not exactly sure what
that were down there off that side.
Back there just as we exited the freeway.
Yeah. On these freeways like this gives
on this freeway.
When they know exactly where he's headed, at least knowing that he's going south in the loop, they can station out those spike strips, a couple of miles in advance and move traffic to one direction or the other, so that they can kind of
move traffic in direction or another or the other.
But it's not always that easily done. I mean,
it's not always easily done. He is gonna
So here he moves along, still.
He moves along, still on the 610.
He is remaining on the freeway.
He is remaining on the freeway on the loop.
We're right around the 225 exit.
Right around the 225 exit, and he's just passing. He just passed the Gulf Gate Freeway and the Gulf Gate Mall. Then this chase had been going on for the past 15-20 minutes or so. And now they're on 610 South Loop or East Loop, I should say.
I mean, he sort of traversed his way around.
He sort of traversed his way around
northeast
in the northeast area or south area, east area, then come back down at the same place. He was originally.
Yeah, he's just on the opposite side of the freeway, so now
he's on the opposite side on the freeway.
Still moving along pretty good. He's going to be coming up on the NRG Center, NRG Park.
Many times when we see these, Art, we always think about the fact that many times they tend to travel in an area that they're familiar with. So we'll assume at this point anyway that this person if they don't live in this part of town, at least they're familiar with this part of town, the freeway system and the side streets.
Yeah.
Usually they will exit the freeway into a neighborhood that they're more familiar with, and that's generally speaking when these chases come to an end.
Right.
And we could be doing laps like the Indy 500 here for the rest of the afternoon, the way this is going.
Right, and it's generally pretty easy for HPD to stay right on top of someone who's on the freeway like this, no matter how fast they're going, because these police vehicles, they can travel at practically any speed some of these other vehicles can travel at. And you have behind them at least 4 or 5 HPD. HPD, by the way, is not in the air. We know that DPS is in the air, but you still on the ground, you have HPD. Those are HPD there vehicles. But he just seems to be moving along, and not all that fast right now. Maybe
moving along, going fast at 80 miles an hour.
You wonder what he's going to do here if he's really trying to get away. We certainly don't want him to try and do that because they really start doing some stupid things.
Really hard to tell.
Although this is on the level of, some pretty crazy stuff anyway, just even trying to run from police. But we've seen this all the time, Don.
In just a little bit here, we're going to be coming up back onto 288 and see what's going on over here. That seems to be another accident that's going the opposite direction down here on the South Loop. But we will be coming up on 288 here, and if you're familiar with it, they've got a lot of construction going on in that area. And these lanes that he is traveling on going westbound here on the South Loop will pinch down to a couple of lanes once you get down to 288. There you just pass the sign that gives the drivers heads up as to 288 is just ahead. So now he's signaling to change lanes. That's odd.
That is odd. I just have this frame of mind where he's trying to get away from police. He's speeding. He's already broken dozens of laws, and yet he signals to go. You can see his signal there, Don. He's trying to move over to the right side.
I have to say this, and that is the fact that this may or may not be a him. It could be a her.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
We went on a chase not that long ago, ended up on the 610 West Loop in a Jeep, and as it turned out, it was a female that was leading the chase.
Well, and we have learned that that is happening more and more often. I mean, we've seen it again and again. Oh, there he goes, trying to sneak off the freeway, and he did it. And the police are right behind him still. Now let's see what happens.
Right behind him
still.
Now we're stuck in traffic. Let's see. Yep.
This is where it
This
gets
chase got underway at about 30 minutes ago.
When you start getting off into the...
This is where accidents happen.
Yeah, exactly right.
And start getting off into the...
People begin...
off the South
Is he going to go back on the loop? If he gets back on the South Loop to go eastbound...
Yeah, I'm
He's
going to go eastbound.
Okay. This may be the only part
of town town.
Or he's familiar with, because
this
now
guy
we're going back in the same direction that he originally started.
I don't know if it's a male or a female. How many people are inside the car?
Matter of fact, I was just reminded, Art, that there is an accident up ahead. If you remember
correctly, we pointed that out, we
passed it.
So he's going to run into
that. On the freeway, they're going to come to a dead stop up ahead.
Well, that wasn't a very smart move, Ed. Not very strategic on this point to be getting back on the South Loop and now heading westbound, going very fast. You can see him picking up speed, but you're right, Don. We saw that accident not too much further ahead of him, and they have that accident was bringing traffic to a crawl. And you can bet that now HPD is on the radio with those other folks over there at that accident, probably telling them to shut that thing down entirely, all lanes,
and they're going to have to shut that thing down entirely, all lanes, to see what happened. It will be interesting on the approach that, going into the grassy median and getting off the freeway, he got off the freeway.
Yep, right onto the feeder.
He got onto the feeder road.
Wheels are going to be pretty damaged as a result of that. You can just climb on and off the freeway without up and down on those curbs. But here we are off the freeway.
Here we are off the freeway. Here they are off the freeway.
Yes. This is
That's Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Okay.
Going through these intersections.
I know. They're about 35 minutes into the
through those
pursuit.
intersections. When you're traveling at that speed, it's just too difficult to see anyone else and anyone else to see that vehicle before someone just pulls out in front. Okay, there's Perry Street.
This is a street called Perry. This is a street called Perry over here.
Street called
Ooh, in the residential area, going that fast. That's not
in a residential area, and they've sped up considerably.
See, he might, and what usually happens...
You can see you can see the street names on our SkyMap technology there.
There you can see that on the sky map technology.
He was on Perry Street. Now he's on.
He was on Perry Street.
Boy, those things are bad. Beachman Street. You know, this is what usually happens in these neighborhoods.
He's on Beachman Street, turning left onto
They just
Keystone
find
Street.
some place to bail and run. But
And they just find some place
he
to
wouldn't
bail
go into a neighborhood like this
and
unless
run.
he was absolutely familiar with it.
unless he was
He's on
absolutely
Keystone Street now.
familiar.
He's kind of circled around.
He's kind of
Really
circled
moving
around.
fast. They're back to Martin Luther now. Let's see if he goes left or right. There he is. Now going
Turning left
southbound.
onto
He's back
Martin
headed
Luther
south,
King
right on
Jr.
Martin Luther.
Boulevard.
To be honest with you, Art, I've lost direction. I know that we're having a hard time maneuvering up here. We've got other helicopters up here with us, and so we've got to pay attention to that. And, to be honest with you,
They gotta pay
know.
attention
You know
to
what,
that.
looks
To
as
be
though
honest
we're
with you,
heading-
Yeah.
We're heading south. We're heading toward the south.
that's
They're
what I
heading
thought,
south.
yeah, toward
They're
the
heading
south
towards
loop.
I
the
had to
south
glance.
loop.
I have to glance over to my compass
They have
over here
to
to look
glance
myself.
over. They have to
You know, Don
glance
just does
over
just
to
a
the
Herculean job to
compass.
the audience out there. Think of
We're gonna
guiding
show it to the audience.
this camera, which is on that
Out there, we're
helicopter,
gonna show it
as
to
well
the
as
audience.
maneuvering the helicopter. I know,
That
there's
black
a pilot
Lexus.
there that does that, but still, it's
Audience,
just
pay
an
attention.
awesome
That is
job
a
you're
black
taking care
Lexus.
of here, Don, and
If
bringing
you're
us
looking at a
some
high
extraordinary
speed,
Kevin Yip is
pictures.
our pilot
well.
this afternoon, and he's doing a bang-up job. I'll tell you, it's
doing a
because we're
bang-up
also
job.
in restricted airspace. This is over here in Hobby Airport space,
This is
so he's
restricted
having to deal with
airspace
them
in
and the other helicopter
Hobby-
traffic. Well,
Hobby
I'm talking to you and trying to keep up with the
and
chase with the camera.
Hobby Airport.
So other
Hobby-
helicopter traffic and everything else that goes on,
Hobby
along with
Airport
restricted airspace
space.
because of Hobby.
He is over
But
there
yet we
coming
get
up
it to
as
you first,
restricted
we
in
get it on the air,
airspace.
and
Hobby
well, at least
Airport
stopped there.
space.
But let's see what happens now. Okay, Colin Boulevard.
Okay, Cohen Boulevard.
They guessed where he was going to go. Now they trying to block him in. But
Trying
he's
to
going
go over to the
median.
curb to get
Right
around that
around the police officer.
DPS Super Cruiser.
Sure need to set him up for a pit maneuver.
We need to set them up for a pit maneuver
because somebody's
to
going to
stop
get really
that black,
seriously injured if they don't just
yeah,
stick the neck
black
out and do that
Lexus.
here quickly.
You're right. You're right.
Let's
And that's
do that
when
here
they know
quickly.
it's getting really, really dangerous, and he's in a populated area.
Really
and
getting
if they have some clarity
really
and
dangerous.
some space to be able to do it.
When
Look
those
how he's pulling up to
pursuits
the
come to
side,
an
Don.
end.
He's getting up, perhaps trying to get over to the side.
Trying to get over
possibly
to the
work on doing
trying
a
to
pit
get over
maneuver.
to the side.
Yeah, there's just a little bit too much traffic on this
too
main
much
boulevard
traffic,
here.
Right.
Okay, we're just crossed over Holmes Road.
Oh, a lot of traffic. Let's see what he does here.
Lot of
Yeah,
traffic.
we're gonna do off-roading
Let's see
here.
what he does
This is over
here.
the 610 loop.
Off-roading, getting onto the 610 South Loop.
Yeah, he's not afraid to go off-roading. He's done
He is
that,
not
I
afraid to
think,
go
at least 3 or
off-roading.
4 times
He's
now.
done that, I think,
So we're getting back
at
on
least
the
3
loop.
or
Okay.
4 times. Getting back
Back
onto
on
the
the
loop.
South Loop. But is he before or after the accident? He might run into the same accident, right?
He might run into the FedEx
Well,
truck.
I think that he's headed over toward, let me see, it looks like he's headed over toward Reliance Stadium,
He is
Astrodome area.
Okay, so he's
Back
headed.
over to
He is
288.
heading
Yeah, back over to
towards the
288. He's
Reliance
headed
Stadium,
eastbound now.
back to the
on the
back
South Loop.
over to 288,
He's been doing
Now
this
on
for
the
a good
South
45 minutes
Loop.
now.
and his chase has been going on for about
No
40 minutes
indication of
or
slowing
so.
down.
Construction
Stopping.
area, yeah. We're
Now,
coming up on
and
288 here
Coming
shortly.
up,
Okay,
he's
so
coming
he's
up,
going left.
coming up onto 288 here shortly. He is coming up onto 288 here
that's a mess to get
shortly.
through
Yeah,
there. A lot of construction.
US 288 shortly here shortly. Yeah, they're going to be headed towards 288 downtown.
Well, police
There,
right behind
okay,
him.
they're coming
Look
up
at
onto
him.
288
You
here
see how
shortly.
police are trying to get to one side of him.
And they're trying to get to
Sometimes
one side of him.
They will attempt to do that, and then that's
They
when
will
they work
attempt
the
to do
pit
that.
maneuver. But at this point, if there's too much traffic and they're going way too fast, they're going to probably have to wait until they get off into a residential area.
So they're
Okay,
gonna
that's
probably
288, so
they're
we're
gonna
now
probably wait
approaching the Astrodome
until they
Reliance,
get off into
Reliance
a
Center area.
residential area.
This is all the construction that I was telling you.
Reliance
Lanes narrowed down to a
Center.
couple lanes there
Right.
for the through traffic headed over toward the
Through
West
traffic.
Loop and Astrodome area.
Headed over toward
Well, because of
the
this
west
pandemic, I
loop.
think that clearly the freeways are just not
Clearly,
as
the freeways
congested
are just not
as
as
they used to be. We still have a
congested.
lot of people staying home.
Ever since the
And
pandemic
no doubt a lot
started
are
in
watching this
2020,
high-speed chase, waiting for it to come
like
to an end and wondering how it's going to end. And that's always the frightening thing about it, is that we always wonder, and you always have some degree of trepidation that this thing is going to end with some major accident. That's what we do not want it to end. We do not want it to end that way.
some major accident. Sorry, I was coughing.
And so did the officer.
Yep.
Oh,
Now
he's
they're going to come
good.
back up. They're
Yeah.
doing it. Person's doing everything they can to lose police, but that's not going to happen.
No, you know what? Because if he loses even that guy right behind him,
If
there
he
are a
loses
dozen
that
others,
guy,
still behind that officer. So,
And not to mention that, but we're also up here.
Right.
Let's see if something happens
Let's
here.
let's see if
what
something
what
happens
on the
if they
side
do a
of him
pin
like that.
maneuver.
Yep. Yeah, the chase car actually clipped one of those construction
The
barrels
chase
and took
car
the right side
actually clipped one of
mirror
those
off of it.
cones.
We saw it go flying along with the barrel.
okay. Yeah, I saw that barrel. The one who's running from police, he clipped it as well, and then you're right, the officer just slammed into the.
Let me
the
slow
rest of
down.
it.
Let me rewind it to you again.
Now they're going at such a high rate of speed, I don't know as if a pit maneuver would be the
No.
best thing to do here.
Yeah, there's so many people on the freeway as well. I mean, not
Let me rewind it
super
there.
congested, and you always
Okay, I'm gonna
have
rewind it to you
some degree
again.
of trepidation that this thing is going to end with some major accident. That's
And
what we
it's
do
gonna
not
end
want it
some
to
major
end.
accident.
We do not want it to end that way.
Oh my
Hit
goodness!
one of those cones,
He just clipped
and so did
one
the
of those
officer.
cones.
Yep.
He was
Oh,
trying
he's
to get
gonna
around the
back up. They're doing it.
construction zone.
Person's doing everything they can to
That
lose police,
car
but
is doing
that's not
everything
going to happen.
No,
he
you know
can
what?
to lose
Because
police.
if he loses
He's
even
doing
that guy
everything he
right
can to
behind
lose
him,
police. That's
there
not
are a
gonna
dozen
happen.
others, still
And he just
behind that
clipped
officer.
one of those
So-
construction
And not to mention that,
cones.
but we're also up
Yeah,
here.
he
Right.
just
Let's see if
clipped one
something
of those
happens.
Let's see,
construction
let's see how he
cones.
gets on the
Happens
side of him like
The
that.
cone was
Yep.
clipped. They just clipped one of those cones. Yeah, the
Yeah,
construction.
The chase
The
car actually
construction-
clipped one of
the
those
construction
construction barrels
cones.
and took the right side mirror off
While
of it.
they took
We saw it
the
go flying
passenger
along
side
with the barrel.
mirror
Okay.
was took off
Yeah, I saw that
after
barrel.
that
He-
driver of that black Lexus
the one
clipped
who's running from
clipped
police, he clipped it as well.
one
And then
of he clipped
you're
one
right,
of
the
those
officer
cones.
just
He just
slammed into
hit one of
rest
those
of it.
cones. He slammed into the rest.
Now
rest
they're going
of
at
it.
such a high rate of speed, I
Now
don't know
going
as if a
at
pit maneuver would be the
No.
best thing
such
to
a
do
high rate of
here.
Yeah,
speed.
there's so many people on the freeway as well. I mean, not super
Yeah, and-
congested,
yeah.
but when you try a pit
When it's
maneuver
not
at that
super
speed,
congested. When you try a pin maneuver
you
speed,
might be crashing into other vehicles.
you might be crashing
we'll
into
see
the
what
other
happens
vehicles.
here as he continues to race through the south part of town.
He
610
continued to
South
race.
Loop. He is headed eastbound still.
South part of
This is
town.
westbound Art. They're coming up over
westbound
here
now,
in the
okay.
Meyerland
And they
area.
could be doing
Yeah,
Indy
and this
500
is,
for the rest of
Braeswood
the afternoon.
exit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this
Like,
is
this is the way
Braeswood
it's
take
going.
off and get on a surface street over here where they can get this guy stopped.
Yeah, I think that they're probably receiving some direction to, you know what, let's try and end this thing as quickly as possible because he's really causing some danger.
Getting
down the road.
back onto 610
All right,
South
so
Loop.
if they're headed westbound, then they're going to be headed north now on...
Yeah, let me give you a wider view. There's Brace Bayou coming up on Meyerland. We're headed northbound back up toward Bel Air, which is, I think, where all of this started in the Bel Air area in southwest Houston.
Yeah, it all started...
Yeah,
sort
and
of the
earlier on,
southwest
I had
part
to
of
rewind
town,
this
Bel
to you
Air
again.
area,
He just
over there on
clipped
the west
one
loop.
of the. He just
And then
clipped
he
one of those cones.
Went southbound.
He
then
just clipped.
south loop
Okay.
for a time,
Yeah, he just clipped
all the way
one
over
of
to
those
Chapchak
cones
Bridge.
as well.
And
And
now he's already
earlier
swung
on,
all
I have
the
to
way back around,
rewind it again.
traversed his way through some residential streets, then on the south loop again,
He's on
headed
610
westbound, and now
South
he's
Loop
headed northbound
on
the
Meyerland.
610. He's going to be headed getting up to the Bel Air area.
Getting up, he's gonna be heading right,
You can
getting
see
up to the
cross
Bel
streets
Air
there as we
area.
approach them with this awesome technology, making a quick
Turning
exit there.
right, not turning right,
Trying to get away
taking
from police. This
taking
is
the
Bel Air
exit.
Okay, this
Getting
is
up
only
onto
blocks
getting
from
up
the
at
station
610
here,
South Loop
just down the street,
area.
a couple of miles. So let's see what happens
This
here.
could
because,
go on
he's
for
gonna turn
miles.
around. Let's see if he heads back south. He's making the U-turn there. Now he's going to head really southbound on the West Loop.
Yep. Yeah, that was the Bel Air intersection there. So now we're heading.
Looks like he's getting back on the freeway.
Yeah.
I think this is the only area he knows.
This is the
I think
only
we know
area
which
he
area
knows.
He hangs out. You know, sort of southwest.
Which area he hangs
south part of
out.
town.
South part of
Now he has to
town.
be
Now
thinking,
he has to
you would think.
be thinking. You would be
naturally,
thinking.
you know, level-headed person would
Level-headed
be thinking,
person.
okay, I'm not able to lose these officers, you know, clearly, because nothing he has
He
done
wants
has
to
been
race
able to
through the
create that.
intersection like the Indy
At this
500
point,
for the rest
he's
of
got
the
to be
afternoon,
thinking,
trying
maybe
to
I just
get
pull
around
over.
those cars.
Sometimes when the adrenaline is there and it just keeps
Sometimes when
moving,
the adrenaline
you move off that
is
instead
there.
of reason-mindedness, you know?
Reason-mindedness.
And you know, Art, the other thing, and I'm sure that you've thought of this, and I know that our viewers have too, is that
Imagine when you're minding when it's mindless, when you're minding your. Okay, remember, imagine when you're minding your own business. When you're minding your business, coming back to the grocery store, don't get involved. Let the police handle
Okay,
it.
so here we are. This is the fourth time we have
This
been
is the
on the
fourth
South
time,
Loop.
like 4 times.
right?
Four times now.
Because now he was headed
They
south
have been
on the West Loop. Now he's headed
on the West Loop.
east on the South Loop. Is that
East
correct?
on the South Loop.
That's correct.
Yeah, that is correct. Yes.
Headed back toward the Astrodome.
Back towards
And
the
I use the
Astrodome.
Astrodome as a marker because
As a marker.
all of us long-timers here in Houston
Because almost
use the
long-timers
Astrodome as
here
a marker.
in Houston.
And of course we're talking about Reliance Stadium, Reliance
Talking
Center.
about
But I
Reliance
think everybody
Stadium,
gets the picture.
Reliance
Everyone does,
Center.
Because that's been such an iconic,
That's
you know,
been
building
such
over the
an
past
iconic.
many decades. Some call it the eighth wonder. But here we go
Some
again.
call it
We're
the
gonna drive
eighth wonder.
you know, I don't know. But this guy enjoys doing some sightseeing on the south side because he's done plenty of it. This is at least our 4th or 5th time that we've driven this road. Or
This is at
the
least
South
4th
Loop in
or
some
5th
fashion,
time.
east or westbound.
That police car gets so close to the
police
back
car
door,
gets so
and
close.
If it were me, I would just want it to ease into the gas and do that Dale Earnhardt.
He's in the gas, and ease into the gas of that
Let's see if it
helicopter.
works. They're awfully, you know, you have to have some degree of fear in doing it on this freeway.
You know, you have
because
to
know what's gonna
have
happen.
some degree
It's
of
gonna be
fear.
spinning out of control, slamming into the median, perhaps hitting other vehicles.
It's going to
along
be
the way.
slamming into the median, out of
That's
control,
the DPS. That's not HPD
picking
now.
up some speed.
That's a DPS.
Right,
Now on
yeah.
the tail who's taking the lead on this.
He's
Now
the
taking the
this.
lead
That's
on that
interesting.
thing.
I think that they have different rules when it comes to the
And
pit
now they're
maneuver,
trying to do a
and
pit maneuver,
that
picking
may
up
be
some
what they've
speed.
done here is to set
And this
up.
chase has been
So as
going
soon
on
as
for
that
about
officer sees an
45
opportunity,
minutes
he'll
now.
pull the pit maneuver on him. I think that it's different for Houston.
Yeah,
I
this
may
chase
be
has been going on for about 45 minutes
that's
now.
That's what it kind of leads to me.
And they
It
seen the
leads me to believe.
driver picking
I
up
think you're right
speed
there, Don, because
along
once you pulled up closer,
South
I thought,
Loop.
wait a minute. That is no longer HPD. HPD
That is
was taking the lead on this.
That is
DPS
no
is
longer
now taking the
HPD.
lead, and I suppose
That-
they're not
that
gonna
is a
mess around,
Texas
and so they're
State
gonna likely see
Trooper.
what they can do here.
TST
But
or
DPS is
DPS.
not in the air. No, DPS is in the air, and DPS now is taking the lead on the ground
The
as well.
DPS is now in the air, taking the lead on the ground.
That's
Or
correct,
else,
because it
not or
was,
else.
HPD
Yeah,
for
DPS
the
is taking the lead
longest
on the
time.
ground.
I don't know where the swap
And
happened,
DPS
but,
is in the air.
It's clear that this
Helicopter,
is definitely
DPS, helicopter
That's why
is in
I
the air.
zoomed in on that, because I thought, is that DPS? Yes, I confirmed that it was.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell by the emblem.
Approaching
on the-
288 again.
Approaching 288
Okay,
again.
here we go, approaching that again.
They're approaching 288
Approaching
again.
Some, construction here as well, right?
Let's see if he gets on to 288. Yep.
At some point. Let's see
Okay.
what he does here.
He is
This
approaching 288.
He's going to get off on the
here
288
shortly.
again.
And he's gonna get off
Okay,
and
he's
he's gonna
exited on
or
288.
he's
It
gonna
looks
yeah,
like.
he's
Let's
gonna
see if
get
he
on
goes north or south
to
on
288 here,
Looks like he's going to.
picking up some
288
speed.
south.
He's headed south.
He's headed south.
288. All right, so once he passes the construction in this area, he could be fairly open, but 288 is only a couple of lanes. You don't
fairly
have,
open, but 288 is only a couple of lanes.
like you do the loop.
When you don't have 4 or 5 lanes, you have 1 or 2 or 3 lanes.
It is.
Traffic continues to slow here.
I noticed on the, you look at the officers following him, the first and the second officer.
Okay, the officers are following him. Now they're on 288. Now and
the third now, the HPD was
they're
taking
gonna
the
do
lead.
the pit maneuver. This is the third time that they're gonna do a pit maneuver. 3 times. If this doesn't work, they're gonna place out spike strips.
And you notice the HPD officer has given the DPS officer plenty of room between them.
You're right.
Where DPS is right on the chase suspect's tail.
Now
they're
he's on
exiting.
chase. They're on the chase
This is
suspect's
Reed
tail,
Road.
taking the Reed Road exit from
This is what's
288
gonna happen.
southwest.
Yeah, he's right there on his side. He's ready to do something.
He's ready to do something. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
There, he's
He
gonna
just
try it now.
flipped
You
that.
see him?
Opportunity
He
right
just
here.
flipped
This
that
is an
car.
opportunity right here. Let's see what happens.
See, he's gonna
I think
give
the
up.
person's hands are out of the car.
The person's hand is. The person's hand is. The person's hands are out of the car. He has his hands up. The hands are out of the car. The car is yet to be stopped.
All the officers have their guns drawn. They have no clue what to expect.
They have no clue what to expect.
Typically what will happen is
What to
they'll order
expect.
that driver out of the car, and the driver will face away from them and back up toward them, and then lay
driver
down on
will
the ground.
face
That's
away
the typical
towards
way
them.
to arrest somebody like
Back up
this.
towards
But
them.
you can see officers are all lined up here. Let's just hope that they don't put it in drive and take off.
We don't hope. Let's just hope it doesn't put it in drive.
Whether
take
there
off.
is a male behind that
We'll
wheel,
take
or
off.
possibly even a passenger or a female. We've seen it all.
Let's hope
in all of
he
these
doesn't
chases
take
we've
off.
covered, but there are a line of
And if he doesn't put it in
DPS.
drive. There are a line of DPS. The guns are
giving and
glowing.
shouting orders at this
Guns
point.
are
He
drawn.
did. Once he hit that car,
Once
he put his hands
He
up in the
hit that
air
car.
and said, well, you know what,
he put his
maybe
hands
I have
up.
to give this up. Let's see what happens, because
hands
we've
are-
seen them stop and then go.
And you know, the officers don't have any clue whether or not this person has a gun or there's other people in the car with them.
Right.
This is all a
Okay, the
big
person's hands
unknown at
are
this
out of the
point.
car. Hands are out of the car. If he's gonna get out of the car,
There is a person that, as you can
the
see,
car is yet to
at
be
the top of your
stopped.
screen that's being escorted toward the police car.
And now
I
it's
did not
stopped.
see anybody get out of it.
You just saw that. The person's hands is
They're on
out
the
of the
sidewalk
car.
up there. I don't want to get in too close, Art, because we just
We don't
don't
want to
know
get
what's
in
going
too
to happen
close.
here.
Sure. I mean, that's
We don't wanna
we
get
have
in
to be careful here.
too
At
close.
least a word to the audience, and sometimes
He's
we've
on
been in
Reed
close,
Road.
and
The
then there
car
are
is
shots
yet
fired.
to be
The
stopped.
door is open now.
Hands are
does
out of
appear
the
as
car.
though
He's
he
gonna
is
get out. He is getting out of the.
Again, we're looking
He's
at the
getting out
vehicle
of.
on the left-hand side.
Okay,
in the
he's getting out of
front.
the car.
Appears that he might be getting
Yeah,
out.
he's
You
getting.
see
He's
at
getting out
least
of the car.
a dozen officers
Here.
all around.
He
And
had his
others
hands
running
up.
toward that vehicle as well. In position with guns drawn.
In
DPS
position
taking
with
the lead
guns
on this,
drawn.
at least with their vehicle. And in the air.
DPS taking the lead on this vehicle, at least with their
Don't know,
vehicle.
Don, whether they are taking the lead
And
in the air with the DPS chopper. We just saw it
DPS
fly
chopper
by because the HPD
fly
might be
by.
grounded because
HPD
the
helicopter
crashed
might
recently.
be
We don't
grounded
know if
because
that's
of
the
that
case, but
helicopter crash.
certainly something to consider.
Certainly
Yeah,
something
I have
to
not
consider.
heard that,
I have not heard. We
Usually
heard
if
it.
DPS wants help, that they certainly have no problem calling
DPS
HPD
wants help.
helicopter in on this, and I don't see any as I glance around it right now. That doesn't mean that they're not here or nearby, but
Doesn't mean that
it's-
they're
right
not
now
here or
it's DPS
nearby.
and us.
But
Okay, so somebody
right now
is out of the
it's
vehicle.
DPS.
Fortunately, this thing has come to an end. Hopefully, we just hope it does.
Yeah, this thing has to come to an end. And now this thing came to an end peacefully.
We've seen that happen before, but there must be several orders being given back and forth. Let's see what happens as we continue to watch this play out.
I do see movement outside of the driver's door. There they are. They're standing up.
Yeah,
Standing up.
standing up at this point.
That is a male suspect
His legs are spread.
inside of that
And he
car.
appears to
Yes.
be leaning up against his vehicle.
Correct.
walking, or he's possibly
now,
walking backward at this point.
Well, we're hoping that he's taking direction and
this
doing
just
exactly
came
what the
to
officers are telling him
an
to
end
do.
peacefully, and now this comes to an end. Okay.
And for the
That
audience,
is
we
a
just have to be very
he led
careful. That was
authorities
DPS
on a
that flew by, right? Yeah, that
DPS
looked like
on a
DPS.
50-minute
That's correct.
chase,
Right. Yeah.
and then
We're here at
55
Reed
minutes
Road,
later,
just to the west of 288,
it
not even a
ended,
block
and
away
50
from
minutes
288.
later, he just
And,
flipped into the car,
The situation,
and
to say the
60
least,
minutes
is
later, he
tense.
clipped one of those
Yeah,
cones.
because he's not laying down yet. I mean,
He's
I don't
not
know
laying
whether
down
he's
yet.
giving him orders
Whether
to lay down, but
it is
generally they will
giving
lay
him
down
orders
pretty
to lay
quickly.
down,
It appears as though he's maybe taking just a couple of steps backwards.
he may be taking
I've
a
only
couple
seen
of
one person
steps
so far.
backwards.
I have not seen another. And he's slowly walking
He's slowly
back. It appears as though there is only one person in that vehicle.
walking
Is that
back.
correct?
Walking back to
Don't
them.
know. There could be other people that just
Okay, let's
ordered
listen.
him to step out of the vehicle. That's typically the case.
Yeah.
They try to only deal with one at a time in these instances. Now he's walking backwards toward them.
Definitely walking
Now they're going to
back.
command him to get on his knees and then on his stomach, face down. There they go. They're moving in now.
On the knees. Okay, the guns are continued to be pointed at the vehicle, seeing if there is perhaps another one in there. But
Yes,
this
they
man
don't
is
know.
under
They're gonna
arrest.
Put the dog over there and make sure that there's not somebody else in the vehicle.
Okay, there's the man
Okay,
under
this
arrest.
man
You
is
can see
under
him
arrest,
up against the DPS vehicle,
up against the DPS vehicle,
and the dog went inside the
and that
suspect's
is a
vehicle,
HPD
and
vehicle.
it appears as though it
So we
might
would
be
assume that the vehicle is cleared, that there's no one else in the vehicle. If there were, the dog would still be in there, and officers would be
The
all
dog
over it. But it doesn't appear to be
still be in
anyone
there.
else in the vehicle, just him. There's the arrest being made
The chase is
by state
over. It
troopers,
ended.
and it looks like undercover police officers.
Undercover
Yeah, those
police
are
Notice that they're
officers.
in jeans, so we don't
You're
want
right.
to get in too close because we don't want to reveal their identity. There's
We
the
don't
trooper.
need to reveal. We don't want to reveal.
Yeah, he's
their
going back, and the
identity.
DPS taking the full lead on this because
DPS was
DPS is
taking
taking
the
him
full
into
lead on
custody. He's going to
for
go into
about
the back of that DPS unit,
45 minutes
perhaps.
now.
I
But
noticed that the
And
DPS officers
later
stepped back
on,
and letting the
He just
undercover
clipped
officers
one of those cones.
take the arrest.
you know that, and generally when that happens, when undercover is involved, that means they've been following this man, perhaps. They had surveillance on this man.
They've been following
We're not sure of the
this man.
situation,
Perhaps
but
they had surveillance.
we're only going off a
Thank
history of
goodness that is
experience
not a
here, but
stolen vehicle.
you can clearly see DPS undercover
It's a flat tire.
as they continue to pat
See,
this man
DPS
down.
undercover
All right,
here.
quite a chase this has been.
Quite a
as you
chase
have
that's
watched at
been
home. No doubt,
45 to
we have
50
traversed the
minutes
city,
now.
mostly the south
And
side.
they were following that man
Gone
for
back
about
and forth on the
45
South Loop
to
at
50
least 5
minutes
times.
or
He's
so.
very familiar with that area. Gone up to
They
the
were
north as well, over
right
the
behind
south,
that vehicle for about 5 or
southeast
15
and
minutes
eastbound
now.
loop
And
as well, making his
And
way
they
around
were
the city,
following
but now
that
it is brought to
vehicle
a close.
for nearly 20 minutes
it
or
appears as though
so.
there is one suspect. The chase is
There
now
was
over. We're going to have, of
one
course,
suspect.
much more
The
coverage.
chase is now over.
Continue to watch here on abc13.com. As well, we will have full coverage of the chase and all the events surrounding it, and as to why this man was running on abc13.com and at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock on Eyewitness News. We will see you then. Have a good day, everyone. Now back to regular programming.
Memory is everything. Without it, we are blind. If we're to defeat him, you'll have to trust me.
We're going to take a quick commercial break and we're going to be wrapping it up here shortly.
It's a double door, rated PG-13.
Okay, we just did the commercial break.
ABC13. For more information, head to abc13.com or open our ABC.
And now,
Face the other way and touch your toes.
okay, that is a vehicle. If they're searching, the vehicle is being searched as well. The tire is completely flat.
Coach, what's going on with me? No one's been able to injure me.
I don't know whether they try to put out spike strips Just have to hit the brakes, that man.
You see that woman with the perfume?
She intentionally sprayed me.
So anyway,
Perfume wouldn't make you lose your powers.
True. Perfume wouldn't. Only the
okay, and you know that is a suspect
What?
inside that
Here's
vehicle
something that we certainly didn't expect, but because of the light traffic conditions, I
because
think
of that light traffic
kind of
conditions. That kind of helped her.
this particular chase, and
This part-
it just continued on and on and on,
This
and
part-
finally it came to an end, and the
particular-
driver put his hands out the window. It took a while
particular-
for the DPS
the
and
particular
HPD
case
to coax him out of
took
his
a
car
while
and get
for
him under
the
arrest,
DPS,
put him in the
HPD.
back
It
of
took
the
5 or
squad
10
car,
minutes.
and off to jail he will
It
go.
took 5 or 10 minutes to get that suspect out, take him into custody, and now it took 50 minutes to clear the scene, to stop traffic. You can go on a grassy median, stop right there when there's mindedness. Like, when you're mindedless, when you get into it. So anyway, that is it.
You know, Art,
Before
during
we
this
wrap
chase
this
that there
up,
was,
we're gonna be
you know,
we're gonna be wrapping it up
a person, I don't
here
know, a
shortly.
bystander or what, but somebody from this area came walking up.
Yeah, so we're gonna be
to
wrapping up.
all of the action that was going
We're
on
gonna
over
be wrapping
here
it up
before
here
they effected the
shortly.
arrest of that suspect. And
We're
wasn't
gonna
quite
finish that
sure
video
exactly
quickly, and we're gonna be
why.
wrapping it up
appears to be that
shortly.
man there or a woman there in the white
We're
shirt.
gonna be wrapping it
I'm
up
not exactly
here
sure
quickly
what that was about.
and
But,
shortly.
I thought that
And we're
was
gonna
rather
be finishing
curious
that
that
video.
we had pretty much a bystander.
Pretty much a bystander moving
this very
towards
serious
the
arrest that was
serious
going
arrest.
on with all of
What
the
was
police
going on? The
guns
news
drawn,
crew
on the suspect.
is over there on the scene. News photographers is on the scene. And we're going to be wrapping it up here shortly. We're going to be wrapping it up here shortly as well. We're going to be wrapping it up here quickly and shortly, and we're going to
Yeah.
and we're going to
You know, the real
we're going to be
scary
ending
part
this
to me
video
wasn't so much
shortly.
the freeway speeds. It was when he was off of MLK over in that area of town, those neighborhood streets, and he was doing 60, 70 miles an hour.
When he was
all the
doing
kids
60,
are out of
70
school.
miles an hour.
And,
All the kids are out of
that's
school.
the kind of stuff that really scares me.
Oh, yes. I
We
mean,
have
that's
a
because that's when we've
2-day
seen so
weekend.
many accidents.
And then next week, I
and
have spring break, which
Accidents
is
that,
coming
that
up.
really have
37
sometimes
school
fatal
days left.
consequences, but certainly
With sometimes fatal
injuries
consequences.
to other
Certainly.
individuals. So,
Injuries.
especially when it's through a neighborhood like that, that
When
is
it's
just
through
so
a
frightening.
neighborhood,
I mean, you're
when it's
talking
through
about
the
it,
610.
you know, all
One
a
of
kid
those
has to do
calls,
is
and
go out
now
there
it's
and chase a ball.
now
There's no way
the
that
man
vehicle's
is
gonna be able to
driving.
stop or,
The man is
you know, avoid
under arrest
hitting
in
anyone.
custody,
or anything.
Or
for
losing
that matter.
control of the
avoid
vehicle and
any-
slamming into a house.
Right.
or
We've seen that happen
avoiding
too.
losing control,
We've seen that
slamming into
happen.
a house.
All right.
And
well,
we're going to be
Don,
wrapping
I don't
it
know that
here.
there's much else to
We're going
talk
to be
about
wrapping
here.
it
I
up
think we've
here
covered this
shortly,
thing.
as
What do you
well
think?
as we watch the video.
It's only a matter of time now. They're
Before
going to
we
get the
wrap-
wrecker hooked up to
before
the
we wrap
suspect's
this up
car. It'll be
shortly.
towed off. Investigation will continue.
We're gonna
At
be able
police
to watch
headquarters,
it
they're getting
continue
into their cars and
with
they're
a
going
part
to be
2
leaving the scene here
of that.
momentarily.
They're
So
now
yeah,
gonna
this
be
is
leaving the
pretty much
scene.
over with over here on the south side, Reed
Go on.
Road and 288. Quite an afternoon, an hour-long
Reed
chase
Road and
involving
288,
the Department of
quite
Public Safety
hour-long
DPS
chase, 50-minute
and
chase,
Houston Police.
involving
It's
safety
been a crazy
DPS,
chase.
Houston
A lot
Police.
of people
It's been a
had
crazy
this car
chase.
go
A
past
lot of
them on the
people
freeway, and they'll
had
have
to
towing
go
stories to tell when they get
out
home
of
this
the-
afternoon.
They
A lot of
certainly
people,
will,
a lot of
Don. They
people had to
certainly
stop
will.
that car
Stellar job once
stellar
again.
job.
With you in the air. And
once
Kevin as
again
well,
with you in the,
getting us,
with them in
bringing
the
us these,
air,
incredible pictures as
bringing
we have
us
watched
these
this thing sort of
incredible
traverse the
pictures.
entire south side of town and now coming to an end.
Sort of
There
traverse
you have
the
a suspect in
entire
custody,
side of
and
town.
thank you so much for joining us. I'm Art Rascone along with Don Armstrong and Kevin the pilot. And have a terrific day, everyone. We'll see you later.
Have a terrific day and have a terrific day, everyone. Check out this video, pops up here. Bam. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, America. And I'll see you in the next video later on. I'll see you in the next video later on today. Right now. We'll see you in the next video later on. We'll see you in the next video later.
15 minutes?
Okay, we'll see you in the next video later. We'll see you in the next video. Yeah. Later on today. As well. So, thanks for watching. Check out this video pops up here. And I'll see you guys in the next video later on today. Bye, guys.